All right, the ugly ones. How are fractions added and subtracted? All right, this is where it just is bad. We just don't like this. So, first of all, option one, you can just find a common denominator. All right, you can find a common denominator. It's very simple, no big deal. All right, there's another method called criss cross across. And I spelled across wrong. All right, it's called crisscross across. It's very similar to denominator, a common denominator, but it's just you do this, you do this, you do this, and it's always the same. All right, it only works with addition and subtraction though. So one of the ways I do it is I say, oh wait, look, addition and subtraction, crisscross across. All right, it's just a way to tell myself crisscross across. All right, so that's one of the things we're looking for. So now I can sit there and look at this. So let's do this option one. Let me do option one for a second. And then if you really want option two, you can flip it over to the back and I'll show you option two. So let's say common denominator. All right, I want to find a common denominator of 4 and 7. All right, so I know that 28 is a common denominator of 4 and 7. So I'm going to times this by 4. I'm going to times the top by 4. Over here, I'm going to do 7 and 7. The reason this works, I know most of you don't care. 4 over 4 is 1. You can multiply any number by 1 and it doesn't change. So even if I change this number, it looks different, it's still the same value. So this becomes 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. 7 times 4 is 28. Common denominator means I want to keep the answer as 28. So these stay. And over here, 21 plus negative 20, I just add the top and do normal. 21 plus negative 20. Remember, I have 21 on top, 20 on bottom, negatives and positives. 20 of these are going to cancel out. I'm going to be left with 1 on top. And my answer is 1 over 28. And that's it. All right, there's a common denominator. All right, crisscross across. Let's say I did crisscross across with that same answer. All right, so I have, or same problem, 3/4 plus negative 5 over 7. Making sure that's the right thing. Yeah. So crisscross across says this. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to take 3 times 7 plus, because it's in the middle, this second. This is my cross again. All right, negative 5 times 4. And then the bottom is going to be third across. 4 times 7. All right, then I can sit there and say that's 21 plus negative 20 all over 28. This again is 1 over 28. And there's my answer. Same answer. So crisscross across. This comes first, this comes second, this comes last. All right, so crisscross across is another type of method. And you go, how did you do that again? Go back in the video, watch it, and see what happens. All right, let me do one more example, and I'll do it in the back also. So let's pick ugly right here. All right, well, first of all, I said before, I don't like those negative. I hate that. So let's just rewrite it. Same rules. Negative and negative make a positive. So this just becomes 3/5 plus 5/9. All right. Common denominator. This is 5 and 5. This is 9 and 9. I get 27 over 45. 25 over 45. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 5 is 45, sorry. 5 times 5 is 25, and 9 times 5 is 45. The bottoms stay the same. I add the tops. 27 plus 25 is 52. All right. So what happens is I can divide this and say, okay, 45 goes in there once. Let's just do it over here. We'll just throw those examples out of the way. So let's say 52 is inside, 45 is on the outside. It goes in once with 7 left over. Remember, 7 goes up top, 45 goes in the bottom. So 1 and 7/45. I'll take either one of those answers. Multiple choice question could have this as an answer or this as an answer, and you have to know they're the same. Crisscross across. All right. 3/5 minus -5/9. All right. You could do it either way. You can get rid of the subtraction at the very beginning or just go across. So let's just leave it for a second. I could easily say a minus and a negative are positive. Let's just say that. But let's do a different way just in case. First, I do 3 times 9. And you can skip this step because you know that 3 times 9 is 27. Minus comes next. -5 times 5 comes next. And then third, 5 times 9. So I get 27 minus -25 all over 45. 3 times 9 is 27. 5 times 5 is -25. 5 times 9 is 45. The two negatives become plus, and I get 52 over 45 again, which again is the same thing as 1 and 7/45. So there's crisscross across. All right. Adding and subtracting fractions really bugs students. So I told you on the last test, when you first sit there and say, hey, listen, add and subtract, use your tick marks. Multiply and divide. It's the faces, right? Now you may want to have a fraction thing when you write on every single test. Fractions, adding and subtracting. Oh, Mr. Hyde, I like crisscross across. Multiplying. Oh, Mr. Hyde, that's that simple. You said it was simple. Top, bottom. And then divide is KFC. So there's something you can write on the top of every test to kind of give you a reminder what's going on. All right. Good luck. There's adding and subtracting fractions. How are fractions added and subtracted? Good luck.